Revenge trading is like getting sucker punched in the face, and in an attempt to protect yourself, you just swing back with your eyes closed. But what you don't realize is you may feel better about yourself for the moment, but you're about to get knocked out. What's going on, beautiful people, and welcome back to another installment to Trading with yours truly, Alex. Now, we have been in this series, this life alignment series, for 4 videos now. This is video number 5. And at the end, if you have been following through the progressions of this series, the previous video, I was going to take you down the mental mode of a 1% trader and a professional mindset of a 1% trader. But I feel the shift in my heart. I feel the shift in my mind and in my spirit to kind of slow down a little bit, because I know that these videos have been helping and they have been impacting your life in a particular way. And I want you to have a reference on this, because I think I have glossed over revenge trading. I've said it in some of the videos, but I want to just take a moment to just let it simmer for a little bit. And I want you to have something to draw back on, because in my experience of trading, you're going to go through waves of emotion, waves of feeling different things. And I want you to have this as a resource for you to draw back on when you get in the mode, or you get the urge to want a revenge trade. You have this video to draw back on. And speaking of simmer, for me, when you touch a hot stove, would you ever touch it again to prove a point? Absolutely not. It only takes you one time to touch the stove to see that it burns. I know it only took me one time. You know, being a kid, they said curiosity killed the cat. Well, it burned one, and it burned me. My mom told me to stay away from the stove, but yeah, wanted to be a little bit of a disobedient child. I had to be no more than 4 years old. Grease is popping, grease is hot. And now I have a permanent burn mark on my wrist right here. I don't know if you can see it, from when I was 4 years old, when my mom told me to get away from the stove because it's hot. But it took me that one time to be burned by that stove. So you wouldn't touch the stove again. I wouldn't personally touch the stove again after being burned. I wouldn't say, nah, that stove gonna have to see me. Nah, the stove disrespected me. We're gonna have to have words. No, 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 no. You step back and you assess, like, one, I'm in pain. I just burned myself. This hurts. But pain is information. It's letting you know that, hey, I don't like this. Something is wrong. We need to stay away from this. It's giving you information. But in trading, we do the exact opposite. You take a loss and you immediately touch the stove again. That's what revenge trading is. And I'm no scientist. I'm no Einstein, but smart people usually learn from their pain. But emotional people, we love to argue with it. We're going to get our get back. Now we're going to do this over again, and we learn nothing from the pain. So pain is information that can feed your future if you learn from that pain. And I want to expose the foundation of this, because most people and most traders think that revenge trading is about money. It's not. It's not at all. And if you have been following this series and you've been taking copious notes, it's not about money at all. It's actually about identity, because you didn't lose money. Well, you did. You lost money. However, it's not about the money. You didn't only just lose money, you lost certainty. And the human brain hates being uncertain. I think we all hate being uncertain because it puts us in the sense of a scatterbrain. It causes chaos in our mind, it causes panic in our heart, it causes worry and anxiety because we're uncertain. We don't know when and where that it's coming from or what to do next. We are so uncertain. So we are in a rush. But sometimes even feeling the feeling of being in a rush or rushing to get back into something or rushing to do something makes us feel like we're in control. But I'm here to tell you, rushing decisions in life and in trading doesn't restore your control. It only compounds the damage. I think of it like emotional eating, emotional spending, the emotional trauma. It's only a compound effect. The emotional damage. I think about that video all the time. Think about the emotional damage that you're causing yourself. Think about the strain on your identity that you're causing yourself when we're such in a rush to regain control instead of stopping. But maybe you're not feeling that example or that story. Let's break it down to the ridiculous. We're driving in a car, and we know flat tires are the inevitable. Have you ever gotten a flat tire and got out, and instead of changing the one tire, you just slashed the other three? You wouldn't just say, "Oh, I have a flat tire, forget it. Let me slash the other three." And if you would, and if you've done that, I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for you right now because you need to be delivered from that mindset, because that's crazy. No, you wouldn't do so. You would just change the tire. But that's exactly what revenge trading is. One bad trade now leads to three emotional ones. So instead of taking the one bad trade, stopping and assessing for the moment, changing the behavior, or assessing what did I do wrong, we just jump right back into the market to get our money back because we have lost control, we have lost certainty, and now we just slashed three usable tires. Or now we have doubled down on losing trades, on emotional trades, or we have blown our account. And we have to take responsibility for that because the market didn't blow your account. You did, by attempting to feel better. Again, it goes back to the emotional spending, the emotional eating, just habits that are not conducive to the growth or pushing you forward. So don't slash your other three tires. Take time to assess, because revenge trading it's not a strategy problem. It's not. It's just your ego was injured. And ego will cost you in life and in trading. You're not trading to win when you're ego trading. You're trading to recover your pride. And I want you to really lean in. Just lean in. I need you to hear this one. I need you, and write this down. Please, please, please write this down. Pride is the most expensive indicator in the market. Pride is the most expensive indicator in life. Pride, are you listening? Pride comes before a fall. Pride will be the death of us all if we don't learn some humility, if we don't learn to control ourselves and our emotions. Pride will always get the best of us. And let me tell you, I have not, I'll raise my hand, I have not made not one good decision in pride. Usually you will go back and have pride remorse after you sober up mentally and assess the damage that your pride has done. I'm telling you, this is bigger than trading. I'm helping in real life because how you do one thing is how you'll show up in everything, in every area of your life. And revenge trading, it turns you into a slot machine junkie where you lose, so you pull the lever faster. Same setup, nope. No rules, no discipline, just pure emotion, hoping for relief. And hope is not a trading edge. It's not. That is going to be the quickest way to sabotaging yourself. So, again, this is about realigning. This is about alignment in our identity and who we are and what we believe in and who's in charge internally. It's about our mindset on how we're interpreting things. It's about our habits. All of these things need to be aligned because I'm telling you, the same way that you are throughout your day-to-day life will show up in the market. How you treat people in day-to-day life will show up in the market. How you think about yourself privately when no one's looking, with all the insecurities, all the self-doubt, all the unbelief that you have about yourself, it's going to show up in the market. It is. It is. So we need to reframe. We need to refocus our mind, even in trading, because we're thinking like professionals. We're thinking like profitable traders. And how profitable traders see losses, they see them like receipts. It's just the cost of tuition. It's the price that they had to pay in order to learn new information. And that's how you should assess your pain. That's how you should assess your losses. I thought I was going to burp for a second and sneeze at the same time. That was weird. But that's how you should assess your losses in life. No anger, no urgency, no doubling down when you're losing. Because here's the important key when it comes to trading is that usually the second trade after a loss is the most dangerous trade of the day because that is the most emotional, the lack of discipline, uncertain, irrational, impulsive, erratic trade that you're probably going to take. And it's only going to lead to a down spiral effect. So, what do we do when we take a loss? Alex, what do you do when you take a loss? Well, I'm glad you asked. And this is something that can apply to real life. After a losing trade, and I believe that this rule you can apply again to real life is after a loss, this is going to save your accounts and it may save lives as well, is don't place another trade for 60 seconds. I know this was 10 seconds right here, but don't place another trade for 60 seconds. And if you can't sit still or remain still for a moment or even a minute, You're not calm enough to risk any more money in the market anyway. And after this minute is up and you still want to trade, cool. The next question should be, with this loss, did I follow my rules? Was there an A setup? What time frame did I take this trade? What liquidity was I even targeting? And if the answer is yes, then cool, you've already won. You followed your rules, you did everything that you were supposed to do. The trade didn't just work out in your favor. That's okay. That's a part of business. That's a part of business. But if the answer is no to any of the above, then you're done trading. Log out of the account, step away from the screen, go do something else for the day. Let's try again tomorrow. I promise you that is going to save accounts, and this 60 seconds may ultimately save a life. Think about it, your irrational decisions that you make throughout the day. Just pause for 60 seconds, 1 minute, and think about it. Is what I'm about to do, is this going to be conducive to where I want to go in life or not? Is what I'm about to do, am I going to have regret or remorse about this decision later? Is what I'm about to do a reflective or a reflection of my character and who I am as a man or a woman? Is what I'm about to do, is it gonna make my mom and daddy proud? Is is what I'm about to do, is this going to add weight to my last name? Or will this take away from my last name? Give me a bad reputation about my last name? These are things that you should be asking yourself. Think about this rule. We'll just call it, for lack of a better word, the 60-second rule, to where we can just sit there and assess and just think about these things for a moment. These things are so pivotal. If Where would we be as people? Where would some people be, really, if they just thought about the decisions for 60 seconds before being erratic, before being impulsive, before being impatient, before having a lack of self control, before having no filter? Where would we be? A lot of us would be better off. I believe that there is life and death in the power of the tongue. And what you say can and will affect the way that you see life and how you experience life. So, in these moments, when we're having uncertainty in the market, when we're having the urge to want a revenge trade, just say out loud, I don't trade to feel better. I trade to execute well. And the moment that you stop proving something to the market is the moment your equity curve stabilizes. The moment that you have to start proving something to Junebug and all of them will be the moment that your life stabilizes. The moment that you would have to stop proving something to your mom, your dad, your wife, your husband, your cousin, your auntie, your boss, or even yourself will be the moment that your life stabilizes. Yeah, this is life alignment. This isn't just trading psychology. This is designed to help you align in your life. Point blank, period. And hopefully, these videos are impacting you all in some way, shape, or fashion. This has been another installment with Trading with yours truly, Alex. You guys know what to do. I want you guys to like, subscribe, comment down below, turn your post notifications on, share this message with people who need to align in life. Again, this is bigger than just trading psychology. These principles apply to you in real life as well. And I am looking forward to seeing you all in the next video, Lord willing. Until then, grace and peace, family.